Hi everybody, it's Diana with Stamping with Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Mimeograph Monday with a Twist. And I'm going to be doing, using a new stamp set that will be coming out in July. So you want to make sure you grab this, and it is called Not 29 Anymore. And it has such cute little sayings on it. So it's a must-have for your stamping closet or wherever you keep all your stamps. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So welcome. If you are watching the video premiere, I am in the chat room, so head on over there. I'll be there with my friends. If you're watching the replay and you have a question or a comment, leave it down below. YouTube will let me know and then I can reach out to you. So yeah, so I just wanted to play with this so that you'll be excited for this stamp set as I was. I also want to remind you that today is the last day of June, and it's the last day to earn the mini masterpiece for June. And when I turn my camera over, I'll show that to you again. So yeah, so tomorrow I will be showing you the one for July. So you do want to make sure that you do subscribe to my channel so you don't miss when I upload a video or go live or any of that good stuff. All right, so I'm going to stop blabbing so we can get started because I will be doing two cards today. The first one will be the Stampin' Up version, and then I'll do my twist. And so if you don't like Mimeograph Monday with a Twist, I started this years ago, but the twist has probably been a year, right, that I was doing that, or so, I don't know. But Mimeograph, that's like an old name for like a copy machine, right? So I'm big into like I like to have the name like for the week. So that's why I was like, well, I need to come up with a name that means copy, that starts with an M because it's on Monday, and then I just use my little thesaurus or whatever the heck that is, and Mimeograph came up. So but yeah, that's, remember in school we would get those mimeographed pages, right? And they were cold and they smelled so good because they came off that mimeograph machine. So a little different than the copy machines that we have nowadays. But anyway, so that's what it means in case you are brand new and you're like, you know, why did you use that word? And that's why. All right, so I'm going to stop blabbing for real. Close your eyes for a second while I get my camera adjusted. Okay, so before we get started, this is the little mini masterpiece that you can earn in the month of June. So if you order 75 before tax and shipping in the month of June, I will send you your little mini masterpiece, and you'll get that the first part of July when I send you your June thank you card, and that will be in there. So this is just a little something that I do. You know, it's just an extra little thank you if you order, you know, that 75 before tax and shipping in the month. And it is super cute. All right. And then, like I said, tomorrow I'll be showing you the one that will be starting in July. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to be using, so this is a stamp set, the Not 29 Anymore, and it's just got such cute little sayings, and it's always fun to get kind of like, it's not really puns necessarily, but they're just really, really cute. And I'm also going to use the Choose Happy because I want the birthday candle. So I'm going to use that as well. And this is also a really cute set. It's got some great little sayings you can make, you know, choose, gratitude, happy birthday. I mean, you can make all sorts of little sayings with it. All right. So I'm just going to use my grid sheet, and I have used a basic white thick as my card base, and then I have a 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece for here. And I'm going to use Memento because I am going to color with the blends. So I want Happy Birthday first. So this card here is going to be the Stampin' Up one that's online in my store. So I want happy birthday. And then above that is so many candles. I'm just going to put that right over top. Like that. I love that big font. All right. And I just want to make sure it's good and dry. All right. So, and then I'm going to use my grid sheet for my ruler lines because I'm going to be stamping a bunch of candles and I want them to be straight. So I'm just kind of guiding this. I want to get my seal. I put a little bit here. I'll put a little bit more. And I just kind of tap it with my skin so it takes off some of the tackiness. I want it to hold my paper, but I don't want it to tear my paper when I peel it up. And then I'm just using my lines. I'm just kind of using this as a guide. Okay. Then I have my ruler and just a pencil, and I just want to make a really thin line. So I'm just using the little lines on my grid sheet. And I'm just going to put a faint little pencil mark. And I'll erase that when I'm done. All right. And then I just want to start stamping the little candles. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp one over here so I can kind of see how, when I look through, how close it is to my visual. Because I was looking at the block and I was like, oh, well, if you look at these blocks, this one side, there's not as much of an area to put your stamp as this side. Like this one has more of a square before it goes to the bevel, where this one has a bigger bevel. And I never noticed that before, but I was really trying to make sure that I was putting these candles on straight. So I think that's why I noticed. So I hope my head does not get in the way. All right. So I want to start over the S. I need to bring this even closer. All right, hang on a second, because I really need to look over top. I might have to stand up. I think I'm going to stand up. That's better. So I'm just going to do that line. And if they're not all like perfect, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So we've got 14 little candles there. And then I just grabbed some of my blends. And what I've done is I've put them in a row. So I've kind of put them in a row. And I'm going to switch these two. So I put them in a row like this, and I've kind of left the lids off for now while I'm doing this. And then I'll just keep grabbing them in that order. But before I get started, I want to do the dark lemon lolly for the candlelight, the fire, the flame. So I'm just going to do all of these. So this is cute, and this is a fun, simple card, and easy to replicate. Does that mean repeat? So if you have to make a bunch of Christmas or birthday cards, this would be a fun one to make, a whole bunch of them. All right, so now this is light strawberry slush. And then I'm just going to barely put the lid on, and I'm going to start it over here, and then I'm going to grab the bubble bath, and then I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. And now this is pool party. Then we have azure or azure. I'm always like, I think I pronounce it different every time. And then we have balmy blue. And then we'll start over. So by just kind of doing that, like almost like in a little assembly line or whatever. Because depending on how close you stamp your candles will depend on, you know, what order they're going to be in. I mean, like, you know, where you're going to end up. Like if you'll end up with blue or pink or whatever. So this way, if I do it this way, I'm not going to mess up. Because I'm afraid if I just count 5 over, and then I'm like, that's the wrong number. So this is just cute. And then we'll end with the bubble bath. All right. So super quick and cute. And then I'm just going to twist it off of the seal. And then just kind of put that over there. And then I'm just going to take an eraser. Now this is like a white eraser. I used to use these when I worked for an accountant. They just erase like really nice. They don't leave, they don't tear up your cardstock, you know, like a pink eraser might. All right, then I have my card base. So this again is just the thick, basic white. And then I'm going to put my candle part on with glue dots. So it has, I don't want it to be too sticky outy, so I'm just using glue dots. And then we'll do the twist. All right. And then this just goes right in the center there. So it has a little bit of, it sticks out a little bit. So it does add a little tiny bit of a shadow as it catches the light. But, so isn't that so cute and so quick? I just love it. I love it. All right, so let's do the twist now. My twist, I wanted to have an extra little layer. So what I did was I cut some fresh freesia to go behind my main focal point. And then I'm also going to do an inside piece. I also brought out my Party Piggy, and I want to use the cute little birthday hat as well. So I have my grid sheet, and I'm going to put just happy birthday on the front this time. Okay. And let's see, let me do my inside while I have my ink pad. And then on the inside, I'm going to do that so many candles. Okay. And then I'm going to take my little candle and I'm just going to stamp a candle above there. Okay, now I need my pads still. All right, so let's bring our happy birthday over. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to draw a little line. Okay, so let me put my seal. And I'm just kind of looking above my happy birthday. Because I don't want it to be too close to the happy birthday. So I'm just coming down on the bottom line just a tad. So I'm just looking at my edge down here. And then I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to use the lines on my grid sheet. And then just draw a faint little line. Okie dokie. All right, so we have our candle. Now this time I'm going to work this direction. Is that the direction I worked last time? No, I think I went this way. I can't even remember. Okay, so I'm going to work this way. So I have 1, 2, 3 candles, and then I'm going to take the cute little Party Piggy birthday hat and we're going to put a birthday hat, and then we're going to add some more candles. So 1, 2, and another little birthday hat. Because we can't have a birthday party without some fun little hats, right? All right, let me do a couple more little candles. And then this party pooper, not party pooper, but party, what do you call it? This is a wild partier. I can't even think of another P word. Party, whatever. So this person, they're having so much fun that their hat is on a side. Because they're like, oh, I'm having so much fun. And they drop their hat. Or it could just be whatever. But I just love the little hat on its side. All right. So then we're going to just start to color like we did before. So I'm going to bring my inside piece. Now I'm going to have a little bit more colors going on this time because it is my twist after all. So I have those colors all up here. Look how beautiful that is. All right, so I'm just going to put them up here so they're not in the way. But I'm going to do the same thing with them. You know how I moved them from one side to the other. But before we get started, I'm going to take my light gray granite and I'm going to put a little gray granite on the side because this is my twist after all. So I want it to have a little bit more shading and stuff like that. So I'm just putting the shadow on the left side. And I think I do the left because I'm a right-handed person. That's the only way I can think why I do it, because otherwise I don't know. All right, and then we're going to do our flames. So I'm going to use the dark lemon lolly like I did before. So we have our dark lemon lolly. But I'm going to add a little dark daffodil to it, just so that our flames have, you know, a little bit of a shadow. And then sometimes the colors don't come across well on the video, and I apologize for that, but it's there. All right, and then I have my light Poppy Parade, and I'm just going to do this candle inside here with the light Poppy Parade, and then I'm going to do my hat, whatever those are, the fuzzies on the top of the hats are going to be the light Poppy Parade too. And then I'll take my dark, and I'm just going to draw a line straight down that side there, just so my candle has a little dark to it. And we'll add a little bit in the centers of our hat tassels, whatever. All right, so let's see here. We want, this is dark fresh freesia. So I'm going to do my hats the same, because they got these at the party store. You know, they got a special on them, so they're all the same color. All right. And then I'm going to take my dark Highland. So we've got our little hats. Okay. And then we're going to start to color our candles. So we have our light azure, and then I have another light azure over here, and then I have my dark azure. So just like I did the candle in the inside, I'm just going to draw a line down that left side, the same side that I put that gray granite. Then I have my light strawberry slush. And then this time I'm going to use the light melon mambo, because it's a little darker than the dark strawberry slush. So it gives me more of a dark line. All right. Then I have my light shamrock. And then my dark shamrock. And then I have a light bubble bath for that candle, but I'm also going to use the light bubble bath on my hats. Okay. And then, instead of the dark bubble bath, I'm going to use light flirty flamingo. It goes really, really well with the bubble bath, but it's just a little bit darker so that you can really see that, that dark line. So make sure you play with your blends. Make sure you mix and match them and all that good stuff. All right, so let me get these out of the way here. Now I want to erase my, whatchamacallit. Let's get that out of here. I want to erase my pencil mark. Because I also want to take my gray granite And, oop, hang on a second, I can see a little bit there. There we go. I also want to take my gray granite, because I didn't want to just put it on the left. I also want to make my candles and my hats be actually sitting on something. So I'm just going to take, and I'm just going to draw that like that. And I flung my lid. Here we go. So now these are like sitting on the table. So I need to bring this down just a little bit. So I'm just making my gray granites touch the table from before. There we go. So now these have, they're sitting on a little table or something. They're just not flying in the air. It's not a Harry Potter card, right? Where the candles were floating in the air. Can you tell I've been listening to an Audible book while I've been stamping? I've been listening to Harry Potter, and I don't hear well. If any of you know, I'm deaf. I wear hearing aids, so I like to, when I have the TV on, I have the closed captioning on. Like, it always has closed captioning on. So when I'm listening to the Audibles, I usually pick a book that I've read before or I know the story, but I also have it really loud. So I apologize to Jeff. But usually I close my studio doors because he watches TV too. So, all right, so now we're going to put this on our card. So if you have an Audible book that you've listened to and it's good and you think I wouldn't have any problem listening to it, the Harry Potters, like I said, since I know the story, it's not too bad. The guy talks with an accent, and I think if I didn't know the story, I might miss some things. But so far, it's been good. So yeah, I've been enjoying it. All right, so that's why I was like, oh, the candles aren't floating, because that's what came to mind. All right, and then the inside, and then what I want to do is I'm not going to put any bling. But I am going to take my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to put a little Wink of Stella on the candle flames. And they look so cute with that Wink of Stella on them. And if you want it to be a little thicker, just let it dry. And then you can put another coat on there, and I'm going kind of outside. I'm not trying to stay within the lines because that candle would be lit up kind of all around it. And then I'm going to take my gel pen and I'm just going to draw a line on the hat. I love doing this with the hat because it just makes it look like it's like one of those shiny plastic hats, you'd go to the party store or whatever. Just putting that little line there makes it look so cute. I might be almost out of my gel pen. Hold on a second. Yeah, let me get a different one. I don't know why I'm so particular, because after I watch the video, I go, oh, you guys couldn't see that. Why am I so anal? All right. There we go. That's better. All right. But isn't that so cute? Oh, I love it, love it, love it. And then the inside, but you can see how those candles just shine. All right, so let's get the Stampin' Up's version. So here's so many candles. Happy birthday. Super cute. And then here is my twist. Cute as well, but I love adding the little party hat to it. And then the inside there. So I didn't do any inside to the Stampin' Up one, but I love adding the little party hat to it. Oh my gosh, it just looks so cute. All right, so let me say, see you later, alligator. But so yeah, and that little party piggy, he's so cute to color, and he's such a good size that you can really add some detail to the hats, right? So anyways, all right, so if you have any questions at all, make sure you holler at me. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays. That will be at 3 o'clock, Arizona time, same channel. So have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye for now.